Welcome to Mental Models Daily, where we explore one mental model each day to help you elevate your daily decision-making. Today, we're diving into a concept with origins in the world of sports, but with far-reaching applications in our personal and professional lives, the unforced error. The unforced error, mental model, refers to a mistake or setback that is entirely self-inflicted rather than the result of external pressure or circumstances beyond one's control. In sports, an unforced error might be a tennis player hitting the ball into the net or out of bounds when there was no opponent forcing them to do so. Let's look at a historical example of the unforced error in action. During the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles, the Soviet Union and its Eastern Bloc allies boycotted the event, citing security concerns and the United States' involvement in the 1980 Moscow Olympics boycott. This decision, driven by geopolitical tensions, was an example of a forced error. The Soviets were reacting to external pressures and circumstances beyond their immediate control. In contrast, the 1980 US Olympic team's boycott of the Moscow Games was more akin to an unforced error. The decision, while politically motivated, was ultimately a self-inflicted wound that deprived American athletes of the opportunity to compete on the world stage. It was a mistake that the US team could have avoided had they chosen a different course of action. In our daily lives, the unforced error mental model can be equally applicable, particularly in the business world. Consider the case of a company that fails to adapt to changing market conditions or technological advancements, stubbornly clinging to outdated practices and products. This is an unforced error, as the company had the agency and resources to make necessary changes, but chose not to do so. Similarly, an individual might find themselves in financial trouble due to poor money management decisions, such as overspending, failing to save, or making ill-advised investments. These are unforced errors, as the person had the knowledge and ability to make more prudent choices but did not do so. So how can we apply the unforced error mental model in our daily lives? Firstly, it's important to cultivate a keen sense of self-awareness and objectivity. When faced with a setback or challenge, take the time to honestly assess whether it was truly unavoidable, or if it resulted from your own actions or inactions. Secondly, develop the discipline to avoid impulsive decisions and hasty reactions. Many unforced errors arise from a lack of foresight or careful consideration. Slow down, weigh the consequences, and make thoughtful choices. Finally, learn from your unforced errors and use them as opportunities for growth and improvement. Analyze what went wrong, identify the root causes, and implement strategies to prevent similar mistakes in the future. In conclusion, the unforced error mental model serves as a powerful reminder that we are often the architects of our own challenges and setbacks. By cultivating self-awareness, discipline, and a willingness to learn, we can minimize the impact of these self-inflicted wounds and position ourselves for greater success in all areas of our lives. Thank you for joining me today on Mental Models Daily. Until next time, may your errors be forced, your decisions be wise, and your progress be steady. For more mental models, please visit mentalmodelsdaily.com or find us on X or Instagram. Our podcast music was provided by thepodcasthost.com and Alitu, the podcast maker. Find your own free podcast music over at thepodcasthost.com/free music.